Have you ever wondered which personality type truly grinds the gears of a Sigma male? Sigma males, those lone wolf leaders who thrive on independence and quiet confidence, tolerate almost nothing. Yet there is one archetype they instinctively despise and dismantle whenever paths cross. Welcome back to Unshakable Sigma. Today, we expose the shocking personality type that Sigma males secretly despise. Sigma males don't crave the spotlight, yet they refuse to be puppeteered by the whims of others. They respect authenticity, self-reliance, and unspoken strength, but when confronted with the toxic traits of their nemesis, they react swiftly and decisively. In this deep dive, we'll explore 10 ruthless showdowns where Sigma males demolish the worst offenders, from narcissists to energy vampires. Each chapter reveals why these clashes occur, how Sigma males maintain their unshakable composure, and what you can learn to defend your own boundaries. Whether you're a Sigma seeking validation or simply fascinated by the psychology of personality clashes, these insights will equip you to recognize and neutralize destructive behaviors in your life. So buckle up, because by the end of this 20-minute journey, you'll understand exactly which personality type becomes the Sigma male's ultimate kryptonite and why he'll never back down. 1. The narcissist's kryptonite. Narcissists thrive on admiration, drama, and ceaseless praise. They crave control, constantly demanding the spotlight to feed their fragile ego. Yet when a Sigma male encounters a narcissist, something remarkable happens. The narcissist's tactics completely backfire. A Sigma male's unshakable self-belief is the perfect antidote to vanity. He doesn't seek validation, so the narcissist's flattery falls flat. In meetings, social circles, or intimate relationships, the narcissist attempts to monopolize conversations, but the Sigma remains unreadable, listening, nodding, but never reacting. Without a reaction, the narcissist's power drains away. Consider the case of Alex, a successful entrepreneur and self-proclaimed visionary. He once tried to belittle a quiet colleague, Mark, labeling his ideas as pedestrian. But Mark, a classic Sigma, replied with calm logic, "Let's examine the data." As Alex sputtered through emotional tirades, Mark presented facts, leaving the room silent. The narcissist had no stage. His insults echoed in a void. Research shows that narcissists falter when they can't manipulate emotions. A Sigma male's stoic consistency transforms the narcissist's power play into a public spectacle of desperation. By refusing to feed their ego, Sigma males expose narcissists as shallow and insecure. In the face of narcissistic grandstanding, maintain unwavering self-possession. Silence and logic are your greatest weapons, the kryptonite that reveals the narcissist's true fragility. 2. Energy vampire exposure. Energy vampires, those perpetually negative individuals, thrive on draining optimism and enthusiasm from others. They complain incessantly, sow doubt, and feed off your emotional energy. But a Sigma male, master of inner fortress, simply won't let them in. Where most people engage, the Sigma observes. They listen politely at first, then redirect conversations towards solutions or walk away if negativity persists. Their mental boundaries are fortified by a deliberate choice. They refuse to carry emotional burdens that aren't theirs. Take Sophie, a perpetual complainer at a startup, who fueled team anxiety with non-stop doomsday scenarios. When Ethan, a Sigma developer, joined the group, Sophie tried to drag him into her drama. Ethan acknowledged her concerns with, "I hear you," then proposed actionable next steps. When Sophie lingered on pessimism, Ethan excused himself, taking a coffee break rather than fueling her gloom. Studies on emotional contagion reveal that emotions spread like wildfire. Sigmas, however, use emotional immunity. They regulate their own mood, avoiding emotional mimicry. By calmly redirecting or detaching, they expose energy vampires for what they are: attention seekers lacking constructive purpose. Protect your energy by setting firm conversational boundaries. Respond with empathy, but don't be a captive audience. Your composure illuminates the vampire's parasitic nature, leaving them to fend for attention elsewhere. 3. Hypocrisy's ugly face. Hypocrites preach values they don't practice, judge others by impossible standards, then break their own rules. To a Sigma male, hypocrisy is the ultimate betrayal of authenticity. He can't tolerate double standards or moral grandstanding. When confronted with hypocritical behavior, a Sigma simply calls it out, but never in anger, through pointed questions that reveal the contradiction. You say teamwork matters, yet you undermine Sarah's input. Why? This measured approach dismantles the hypocrite's facade without resorting to drama. In one boardroom incident, the CFO touted transparency while concealing financial missteps. The Sigma on the team, Liam, asked for full disclosure. If transparency is our policy, how do these figures align? Silence ensued. The CFO's credibility evaporated. Research on moral licensing shows that people often feel permitted to act unethically after a single virtuous deed. Sigma males, however, see through this license. By consistently holding everyone to the same standard, himself included, they expose the ugly face of hypocrisy. Address hypocrisy with calm, fact-based inquiry. Demand consistency between words and actions. Your integrity becomes the mirror that forces hypocrites to confront their own duplicity. 4. Drama Queen Showdown. Drama queens thrive on chaos, overreactions, crises, and emotional roller coasters fuel their existence. But a Sigma male views drama as a waste of time and energy. He doesn't engage in theatrical performances. Instead, he opts for strategic silence or swift de-escalation. When drama erupts, the Sigma remains unflappable. He listens, then responds with solution-oriented language or simply withdraws from the drama scene. This refusal to perform emotional acrobatics leaves the drama queen without an audience. Consider Tina, who turned every minor inconvenience into a soap opera at the office. Her meltdown over a missed meeting triggered a cascade of gossip. Then came Oscar, a Sigma project manager, who calmly said, "We'll reschedule, let's focus on deliverables." His steady demeanor deflated Tina's theatrics faster than any confrontation could. Social psychologists note that drama often serves as an attention-seeking tactic. Sigma males deprive drama queens of the spotlight by refusing to validate their emotional outbursts. Their silence and solution focus act like a social defibrillator, jolting everyone back to rational interaction. Don't rise to dramatic bait. Maintain composed focus on facts and solutions. Your unshakable calm becomes the stagecoach that carries everyone away from unnecessary theatrics. 5. Control freak confrontation. Control freaks attempt to micromanage every situation and person around them. They issue ultimatums, monitor details obsessively, and resist any deviation from their plans. Sigma males who value autonomy find this behavior suffocating, and they respond with deft pushback. Rather than engage in power struggles, a Sigma reframes the conversation around shared goals and mutual respect. He asserts boundaries with calm clarity. "I appreciate your input. Here's how I plan to proceed." Then he executes his plan, demonstrating competence without defiance. Rachel, a team leader, once demanded daily status updates down to the minute. Her micromanagement stifled creativity. John, the Sigma lead engineer, proposed a weekly summary instead, covering milestones and roadblocks. His proactive solution earned her trust and autonomy back. Research on locus of control shows that individuals with strong internal control prefer to direct their own outcomes. Sigma males, possessing this trait inherently, resist external control. By offering structured alternatives, rather than outright refusal, they disarm control freaks and gain breathing room to innovate. Counter micromanagement with structured collaboration. Offer clear, measurable alternatives that respect both autonomy and accountability. Your confident competence neutralizes control freak tactics. 6. The needy hook. Neediness, clingy demands for reassurance, and excessive dependence grates on Sigma males who prize independence. They view neediness as a vulnerability they cannot shore up indefinitely and respond by gently disengaging. When someone seeks constant validation, the Sigma acknowledges once, then redirects them to self-reliance. "You've got this," he might say, stepping back rather than offering repeated reassurance. This teaches them to trust themselves instead of leaning on others. In one scenario, Laura, a friend, bombarded Eli, a Sigma traveler, with texts during his global trek. Each day she demanded updates and affirmations. Eli replied once with encouragement and then reduced his replies. Without constant reinforcement, Laura learned to embrace her own resourcefulness. Attachment theory explains that excessive reassurance seeking signals insecurity. Sigma males, secure in themselves, can't fill that void. Their controlled withdrawal encourages others to develop emotional self-efficacy, counter neediness with one-time, empowering support, and then fosters self-reliance through measured detachment. Your independence becomes the template for others to stand on their own. 7. Superficial small talk trap. Small talk can feel like a social currency, yet Sigma males find endless chit-chat about the weather or celebrity gossip pointless. They crave substance, so superficial banter becomes a trap they elegantly avoid. Rather than engage, a Sigma subtly shifts conversation toward topics of depth, ideas, philosophies, goals, or he offers concise responses and respectfully moves on. This technique signals that he values meaningful exchange over casual banter. At a networking event, Nina attempted endless pleasantries with Max, a Sigma strategist. Each "How are you?" was met with a question about her vision. What excites you in your work? When she realized shallow chit-chat led nowhere, she pivoted to discussing industry challenges, unlocking genuine dialogue. Research on conversational depth shows that people who share personal goals and values form stronger bonds than those who stick to trivialities. Sigma males practice this intentionally, filtering out superficial noise and creating connections rooted in substance. Steer conversations toward meaningful topics. If small talk arises, listen politely, then guide the dialogue to ideas, passions, or challenges. Your preference for depth reveals your value for true connection. 8. Gossip mill meltdown. Gossipers thrive on rumor, backbiting, and social intrigue, but Sigma males, fiercely loyal and principle-driven, refuse to indulge in hearsay. They treat gossip as unreliable and unethical, exposing its toxicity by calling for facts over rumor. When gossip surfaces, a Sigma calmly questions sources and motives. Where did you hear that? Or, have you confirmed it? This rational approach halts the gossip cycle, forcing the group to confront the absence of evidence. In one office corridor, rumors circulated about Danny, a Sigma designer, abandoning a project. Instead of joining the chorus, Priya, a Sigma colleague, asked, "Is that documented anywhere?" and suggested verifying with clients. With no proof, the gossip died on the spot. Social psychology research notes that gossip spreads fastest when left unchecked. Sigma males inoculate environments against it by demanding transparency and redirecting focus to constructive collaboration. Their refusal to participate deflates the rumor mill. Interrupt gossip with direct questions about evidence and motive. Encourage fact-finding over rumor. Your insistence on integrity dismantles gossip before it can infect group morale. 9. Fake empathy fiasco. Fake empaths, those who feign understanding to manipulate or gather personal intel, pose a subtle threat. They mimic compassion, but use it as a tool for influence. Sigma males detect this dissonance quickly and respond by testing sincerity. They share a small, genuine concern, then observe if the other follows up with consistent support or abandons the facade. If empathy is conditional or self-serving, the Sigma distances himself, exposing the fiasco. Kara, a Sigma friend, confided a personal struggle to Mike, who showered her with sympathy until it became convenient to gossip about her. Kara recognized the fake empathy, calmly withdrew her trust, and confronted him with, "Your concern didn't survive a single challenge." Mike's contrived compassion unraveled instantly. Research in emotional intelligence highlights the gap between genuine empathy and superficial mimicry. Sigma males exploit this gap by issuing small tests of follow-through, revealing manipulators who vanish when true support is needed. Verify empathy by noting follow-up actions. Genuine concern endures beyond initial words. Your discernment turns fake empathy into a fiasco, preserving authentic relationships. 10. Opportunistic leeching. Opportunistic leeches seek to latch onto others' success or resources without reciprocation. Whether it's networking contacts, financial support, or emotional energy, they take without contribution. Sigma males, champions of mutual respect, spot these freeloaders and cut ties swiftly. Instead of confrontation, a Sigma simply stops giving. He offers help once, then declines further requests or redirects them to self-help resources. This silent cessation of support reveals the opportunist's true nature. Jordan, once a high school buddy of Sigma tennis pro Luca, constantly borrowed equipment and favors. After a generous gesture, Luca replied, "Here are my coaching drills. Try them yourself." When Jordan persisted, Luca ceased all assistance. Without free rides, Jordan's parasitic pattern collapsed. Economic and social reciprocity research shows that balanced give-on-take underpins healthy relationships. Sigma males, operating on this principle, enforce balance by withdrawing support when reciprocity fails. Respond to opportunism with measured withdrawal. Offer initial guidance, then pivot to self-service. Your refusal to be a perpetual resource exposes leeches and preserves your own autonomy. Conclusion: Sigma males uphold authenticity, autonomy, and unspoken strength, traits that clash catastrophically with narcissists, energy vampires, hypocrites, and other toxic archetypes. Through calm logic, strategic boundaries, and unwavering self-possession, they destroy these destructive personalities without losing their composure. From dismantling narcissistic grandstanding to cutting off opportunistic leeches, each chapter revealed a distinct showdown where a Sigma male's silent strength triumphs. They don't wage battles. They neutralize threats by refusing to engage on unfavorable terms, demanding integrity, and redirecting energy toward meaningful pursuits. So, which of these toxic types have you encountered? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found these Sigma strategies powerful, hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more deep dives into the unshakable mindset. Remember, the true mark of a Sigma male isn't aggression, it's the ability to stand firm in his values even when faced with the most manipulative players. Stay sharp, stay true, and as always, stay Sigma.